kubectl is a command line utility which is used to manage your Kubernetes cluster environment. Students always thinking that I need to remember all the kubectl command in order to learn Kubernetes. But this is wrong approach. You have to become smart. You have to find out ways to get all the command detail from the Kubernetes itself. In this video, I am going to talk about this smart way to find out how we are going to execute command inside kubectl. My name is Bhavesh Etara. Welcome to CloudFox Zero to Hero series. Let's start. First of all, if you want to practice kubectl, you must have Kubernetes lab environment. We have specifically Kubernetes Smart Practice Console. We call it CloudFox Workstation. You can go to our website www.cloudfoxhub.com/workstation and you can download Kubernetes Smart Practice Console. It is absolutely free. You can check description of the video. You will get link to download CloudFox Workstation. Now once you download CloudFox Workstation, you have to import this appliance inside VMware Workstation, and once you start this, you will get this kind of IP address. You just need to add this IP address inside your browser, and here it will ask you for the username and password. You can click create free account and then follow the simple process, and then you can log in with this account. I have my account already created, so I'm just going to log in with this particular account. In this labs or in this particular console, we have 136 guided lab. Out of this, we already completed lab number 1 and 2 in the previous videos. In this video, we are going to start with lab number 3. If you want to start any lab, you just need to click on this lab, and here you will get start lab option. Just click on this and it will start lab within 30 seconds. Now, in this particular lab, we have 11 to 12 steps or tasks that we will perform step by step. First of all, we will talk about some of the get commands that we are getting with kubectl. Then we will find out resources detail, and then finally we will provide shortcut names of the resources. For example, we already discussed about get command. It is an action, right? So whatever the resources you have inside your cluster, if you want to find out detail about it, you can use get command. So right now, I just want to know about my cluster detail. So I'm giving command kubectl get nodes. When you give this command, you will get list of your cluster resources. Like I have one control plane and I have 2 worker nodes. This is simple get command. Same way, if you want to know about namespace, you can give command kubectl get is action and namespace. Namespace is used to organize the resources. For example, we are creating folder or directory to organize files. If we have 2 different departments and we have lots of files from these departments, we are actually creating 2 folders according to our department, and then relevant file will be stored inside this particular folder or directory. Same way here in the Kubernetes environment, if you have so many resources, you can create namespace to manage these resources. And while you are creating resources, you have to specify namespace. If you are not going to specify namespace, it is going to create your resources into the default namespace. Now, how to create namespace, how we can create resources inside namespace, that we will discuss. No need to worry about it. Right now, we are just using kubectl get command to see the namespace. Same way, if you want to verify how many ports you have running inside your Kubernetes environment, you can run command kubectl get ports. Don't worry about ports, deployment, service. We will discuss about all of this in upcoming videos. Right now, we are just understanding how kubectl is working. Okay. Same way, if you want to view services, then you can give the command kubectl get services. Here I have one service running, which is the default one. No need to worry about it. If you want to see the deployment, you are going to use command get deployment. Now, you may have a question here that how you are able to find out these options that we are using with get, right? Means how do I know that which types of resources we can create inside Kubernetes? So there is a simple way. Discover API resources. Look, here we have one command, kubectl API resources. Once you give this command, you will get list of the resources that you can create inside your cluster. Okay, so here we have list, binding, component status, config map. Okay, there is a list. Okay, we can create all these resources inside our Kubernetes environment. Some of the resources can be created directly in the cluster. Some of the resources require namespace. Look here, namespace equal to true. It means you cannot create these resources without namespace. And if you don't have any namespace, it will create this into the default namespace. Now, if it is a false over here, let's say that nodes. So we are creating nodes directly inside cluster. We don't require namespace. Okay. So we have list of the resources. These are the resources that we can create. Some of the resources can be created inside namespace. Some of the resources can be created directly on the cluster. Okay. So this is actually smart way. You can use kubectl API resources, find out which resources you want to create, and then you can create it very easily. So you do not need to remember this. Okay. Now, if I want to know the list of the resources that I can create only inside namespace. So in this case, what you can do, you can use this command, kubectl API resources dash namespace equal to true. It means provide me list of all the resources that require namespace. These resources cannot be created without namespace, right? And if you want to know the resources that you can directly create on the cluster, means these resources do not require namespace. So what is the command? kubectl API resources namespace equal to false, and these resources can be created directly without namespace, right? Now in this list, we have one interesting column, we call it short names, right? Let me explain you. See, first of all, what I am doing, I am just using kubectl API resources, right? And look, here I am getting this. Now this is very, very useful. Look, there are some commands which is extremely lengthy, okay? For example, here we have horizontal pod autoscalers. We just need to use PHA. So you do not need to remember all this lengthy command. Look, here we have persistent volume claims. We are just using PVC. So if you practice this properly, okay, you can directly use these shortcuts, or we call it like short name. These short names are actually very important, and Kubernetes is actually giving list of the short names that you can use. You can use this short name in the exam as well. So you don't need to worry about it, right? For example, here, if I want to create or get detail about pod, so I can use directly the shortcut kubectl get PO. You do not need to remember the full name, okay? But for pod, it is completely okay. You are using PO, that is okay. Then if you want to create namespace, or if you want to know the detail about namespace, you do not need to write full namespace. You can just give the command kubectl get ns, and it is going to work. And they have this command kubectl API resources. They provided all the short names over here. So even you do not need to remember the short names as well. Okay. Same way, we are going to practice more. Let's say that service. For service, we are using SVC. So what is the confusion? Sometime when you are learning, some instructors are using full name, kubectl get services. Some instructors are using kubectl get SVC. So you may have this confusion. Sometime you are using services, sometime you are using SVC, but everyone having this habit. Okay. For some of the components, they are using shortcut. For some of the components, they are using full name. For example, for service, I am using SVC always. Some instructors may use services. Okay. So this is like a shortcut that we can use. Now, we have lots of shortcuts, okay? I cannot provide you detail about all the shortcuts right now. In this case, the best way is you can download CloudFox Workstation in your system. It is absolutely free and you can practice this, all the shortcut, so you are able to remember this, okay? If you want to know the detail about any command or you want explanation of specifically any resources, you can use command kubectl explain pod. Now, when you use this kubectl explain pod, it is going to provide you detail about pod, what is pod, how it works, and also detail about the kind and all. Now, you do not need to worry about this. Why? Because what is pod, how pod is working, why in the Kubernetes we are creating this pod, we will discuss about it in upcoming videos. So don't worry, but I'm just giving you this detail. For example, you can use kubectl explain pod to find out details about pod from the official Kubernetes documents. That's all about our today's lab. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. In the next video, we are going to talk about some of the most interesting part of Kubernetes. So please don't forget to watch it tomorrow. Goodbye. See you.